friends, welcome back to the Destination Baby and Kids YouTube channel. This is Gina. I am very excited to be here with you today to go over the NUNA TRIV LX PIPA Urban travel system. So we are going to be going over this brand new stroller option from NUNA. Very exciting. And if you haven't yet, now is a really great time to like, follow, or subscribe to this channel. The other thing that I would encourage you to do, if you haven't yet, is check out our website, destinationbabykids.com. All the cool things that you see in these videos you can purchase directly from me. We are a real brick and mortar store here in the greater San Francisco Bay Area. We kind of sell everything best for babies. So furniture, gliders, swimwear, clothing, books, toys, everything best for baby, and also, of course, strollers and car seats. You can check it all out on my website, destinationbabykids.com. Remember, the greatest way to show your support of this YouTube channel is to buy something directly off my website, destinationbabykids.com. Okay, gang, let's launch into the NUNA TRIV LX. Okay, gang, so as you can see, I have got this fabulous stroller directly here next to me. This is going to be the NUNA TRIV LX. So currently, NUNA already does a TRIV stroller called the TRIV Next. This is the TRIV LX, and I keep stuttering when I say that because in my head I want to call it TRIV XL. And the reason why I feel that way is because it's got extra large wheels and it's going to have an extra large recline. So that is very, very exciting. This is going to have a true lay flat recline, which you don't get with the TRIV Next, only with TRIV LX. So extra large recline, extra large tire, and then I'd also say the frame is kind of in this extra bougie sort of category, extra light, because it's going to be carbon fiber. So instead of our traditional frame, which would be Jetline or aluminum, we are moving into a carbon fiber frame, which is pretty flippin' sweet. So when I say that one of the things that makes this product special is the fact that it goes lie flat, let's turn the seat around, have it be parent facing or caregiver facing, and then when the seat is in its full reclined mode, if we didn't want to use this stroller with a car seat, we wouldn't have to. So with a lot of other strollers, they don't lay flat enough to accommodate a newborn, and we worry about the chin coming down and touching the chest. Here, the recline is deep enough to accommodate that new baby. Now, the other thing that would differentiate this guy from the original TRIV Next is that the foot plate on the bottom doesn't have a heel stirrup, and it's also going to have pieces that can come up and snap onto the frame to give you sort of a little, almost like a plamette kind of a mode here. So you can make it look a little bit more newborn friendly if that's something that you value, just by having this foot plate up, newborn baby lying directly in there, and as you can see, we are good to go. I am going to, let me see if I can take this off from this camera really quickly. This wheel, this back tire is outrageously sized, and as you can see, it pops on and off relatively easily, but this is like 11, I want to say 11 1/4 inches, and as you can see, it's like rubber, solid all the way around. Your front tires are also going to be made out of that same material, which is really great. So wheels are, of course, quick removable, single button, no tools necessary, which is awesome. So you can pop those on and off. And again, your front tire is also able to be popped on and off. Another nice feature of this stroller is that your front tires can lock either forward, so outside of the frame, or you can also go underneath the frame. Very cool. So you've got that locking mechanism, and again, I might have already showed this, but we'll show it again. Your front tire can come off with the one button as well. So very, very easy. The other thing that's going to be very nice about this option is that our basket, the storage underneath, no longer suffers from a 10-pound weight limit. This basket is going to hold up to 22 pounds. So this is very, very exciting news. One of the biggest things that I think people hate about the original TRIV Next is that the basket only holds the 10 pounds. Here your basket is more accessible, so it's easier to get in and out of the basket. But not only that, it's also going to hold more weight This basket also has a secret pocket in it for an air tag. So if you wanted to keep an eye on the stroller, make sure it doesn't go anywhere, you can put your pieces in there. Let's turn the seat back forward facing. And actually, just really briefly, of course, typically, like we see with all the NUNA seats, except for, you know, Travel or Travel LX, we do have a removable liner that will come off. The material in the back is mesh, so this is a true all-season seat. And the thing that's nice about this liner is that it goes underneath the butt. So, of course, like if they're eating Puffs or Cheerios, all the crumbs are going to get caught on the liner, and you'll be able to shake this out. Currently, this stroller only comes in this one color, which is caviar. Not the end of the world, very sharp color, but my suspicion is that they will eventually start adding more color options, but right now, just available in black. So let's run down some of the statistical stuff that we usually go through. So when you buy this, it's going to come with the brand new not Flex Urban, just Pipa Urban car seat. This Urban car seat is different than the last one that they had because this one will hold 30 pounds. The last version only held 22. Another difference that you'll notice with this guy, and I'll bring up to show to camera, is going to be it has a carbon fiber handle instead of aluminum handle. So very lightweight, still has the long sunshade. And so when you buy this stroller right now, you have to buy this car seat in order to get the stroller. Stroller is not sold on its own yet currently. Although I do think eventually that's going to change. Right now, that's the way this system works. This car seat is baseless. You never use it with a base. It has rigid latch that enable you to install it in any car's lower anchors, but you can also use a seatbelt, of course, if you're in a vehicle, can't find the lower anchors, or your preference is to just use a seatbelt. You can do that with this car seat, no problem. Seat's gonna go on caregiver facing. We have the opportunity to unzip and of course show, because they all have the long sunshade, which is great. And this car seat holds 30 pounds and 29 inches long. All the other Pipas hold 30 pounds, 30 inches now. So this is really, truly in line with their other products finally. So I think that's a really nice benefit with going with this guy versus older models of the same seat. You have the big ventilated piece on the back, which is awesome. So car seat goes on no problem, removes with a single hand squeeze off the back. And then what's very exciting is that we lower it to its lowest locked position. We lock our front tires in that forward mode that I talked about, and now we're able to fold this guy and have it stand. So it stands beautifully as long as you do those steps, and it's super easy to open. So boom, boom, boom. Very easy to do all the steps on it. And again, now we'll get into some of that statistical stuff that I usually cover in these videos. So I do have the weight of the frame on its own with the car seat adapter. That weight is, normally I don't supply this, but I'm gonna start 16.5 pounds. So that's the weight of just the frame. The full stroller weight altogether is 24 pounds. So it's, I would argue more on like medium weight. I wouldn't describe it as lightweight, but again, when you're doing just the car seat, it feels relatively lightweight. So, TRIV LX and Pipa Urban with the carbon fiber handles. Going to be $1,300 for the stroller and the car seat. That car seat should work through the first birthday. This stroller holds 50 pounds in the seat. The basket holds 22 pounds. And then I think they say it's 45 standing inches to sit in the stroller seat. The warranty on the stroller is 2 years. Warranty on the car seat is 1 year. The backrest is 20.5 inches high. Backrest on the car seat is 18.5 inches high. Our canopy clearance is 21 inches. Our harness minimum maximum is 11 inches going up to 15. Our seat width is 11.25. Our seat depth is going to be 8.5 inches. Our crotch belt depth dimension is 4 inches. The leg extension here is 6.5. And so when you drop this piece down, you're looking at 11 inches of like from knee to the very bottom. Knee drop, as I call it. Handle height. So there's 4 different handle height positions on this stroller. The lowest handle position that's locked, so they do have one more shorter handle position, but we're not going to count that because it's not going to stay locked. So if you try and use it that way, it'll just shoot up and then you have to do it at this level. So it's 40, 41, 42, and 43 inches. So there's 4 different stopping points. Tallest is 43, 42, 41, and 40. Other things to know, the buckle, it's a magnetic buckle. The basket size underneath is 18 inches by 16.5 wide. The front opening is 9 inches and the back opening is 9 inches. So no matter which direction you're trying to get into, you have a very generous opening of 9 inches to get into that basket that holds the 22 pounds. It does have a newborn recline. Now, something that's a little annoying, I'll admit, it doesn't have a sandal-friendly brake. So you do have to toe up underneath the brake to get it to unlock, but it's not painful and it's not difficult. So I'd say you're gonna be okay. The seat itself does not have a heel stirrup. It does have a one-handed fold, and when it is folded, the handle will rest on the floor. So sometimes some customers want to know that, so I would just point it out. So I will fold it with the seat on it to demonstrate for you all. Again, lock those front tires in that forward mode. There's a button as well as a lever on the back of the backrest. You'll go ahead and collapse the seat, and then there's this handle that's brown on the backrest of the seat. You're going to lift up on that, and now once again folded and standing beautifully. So that all folded is going to be, again, the 24 pounds, and the folded dimensions are about 27 inches tall and 22.75 inches wide. Now, as far as how thick it is, you can make it narrower by turning the seat around in parent-facing position. My suspicion is that it's about 16 inches or 15 inches when it's folded that way, but I haven't measured it yet. But we do know 27 inches tall and 22.75 wide. So those dimensions we do know. I'm gonna go ahead and lift this up. So again, this guy would come with a car seat, it would come with the rain shield, and it comes with a car seat adapter as well as that seat liner, all included in that purchase price of $1,300. So if you have any questions or any comments on this product, and again, if you wanted to buy a bassinet for it, you could, but there's no reason to because it does have a lie flat recline. Bassinet that they make for this, I believe, would work for the TRIV or the SWIV, so that is $500 and comes with its own stand. But again, you get the lay flat recline, so bassinet here isn't necessary where it would be with the other model that they have that has a similar name. So hopefully this clears this up for you guys. Super excited to go over it. Check out my other videos comparing this guy to some other strollers that we're also going to be posting. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Oh, and go to my website, destinationbabykids.com, if you want to buy one.